What's up, guys? We are officially live, and man, oh man, this is going to be a very fun day. If you are watching this on March 3rd on a Wednesday, well, today we are going to be kicking off our 7-day content creation challenge. Now, this challenge is all about helping people create content, making it simple, following a simple strategy, a simple process, one that we've used over and over and over again. And from the very beginning of the challenge to where we're at the end of the challenge, the people that are registered to attend this or people that go through this training are going to have their own content created, and we're going to do it right along with them. So it's an actual tangible thing. You know, we've taught things in the past where we teach it and then we kind of walk you through it, and then you're kind of set off to go do it, and then we answer questions and all that stuff. This is literally, I'm showing up, I'm going to go over a lesson of what we need to accomplish today. You're going to complete that. The following day, we're going to come back with what you've completed, and we're going to build on that over and over and over again until we get through the 7 days. That's what we're going to be doing. So I'm really excited about it. It's something I've never done it this way before. So it's kind of like we're doing it together every single day. Now, this is going to be a paid training. So if you are attending this live, well, you can attend it for free. But if you're watching this after we get started, which is going to be less than 5 hours from now, I think it's, less than 5 hours from now, well, then yes, you will, you'll pay a very, very small investment to, it'll be under $50. I'll tell you that right now. But man, I am really excited about getting started here with this. So what I'm going to be doing today, though, is I'm going to be giving you guys just kind of it's actually how you can actually take your content very, very quickly. All right, and actually create it. All right, and I'm not going to give it all away yet. I'm going to get into that here in a second. I want to make sure that the stream is good here this morning. I'm also doing this as a test so we can go ahead and make sure that everything is working properly. And I'm just checking things right now. So, yeah. So, okay. So today what I'm going to be sharing with you is a 10-minute content creation hack, and I'm going to give you the fill in the blank template. I'm going to run through this very quickly just because I'm busy. I have to actually get ready because we're going to be going live again at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But I wanted to give you this because whether you join the content creation challenge or not, this is something that we're going to actually go deep into this, but I wanted to give you this template. Okay. And we're going to have other templates that actually Chris Schaefer has created and is creating. And we're going to give those out to anyone that goes through this training. VIPs, we have a VIP pass that we're going to give out all these downloads and stuff. So I'm going to go over today. The title of this is the 10-minute content creation hack, fill in the blanks template. And I'm going to walk you through that. I've got some notes here, and I'm going to try to keep it super simple. But again, I wanted to welcome you guys and see how excited I am about today. I am fired up about today. And we've got just over 700 people registered to attend. Now, with that all being said, I know for a fact that all 700 people are not going to attend. It's just the way it is. I wish there was 700 people that would show up live, but they're not. Okay. It's just the facts. And the reason why I know this is because we have a pop-up Facebook group for the 7-day content creation challenge. And out of those 700, and I can give you the exact number right now, 700 and where is it? 12 people, just updated, 712 people that have registered to attend. 300 and where is my number here? Let me get back to my other number that I'll share with you guys. Just so I can give you guys some real numbers. In the pop-up group right now, we have 313 people that have taken that next step, which it's go here and request access to join the pop-up Facebook group. Now, the pop-up Facebook group, part of the challenge, is going to be there live for 7 days. So every day we're going to go live inside of this private Facebook group, and it's going to be open for anyone that is going through the challenge live as part of this training. All right. But it's only going to be for those 7 days. After that, myself and Chris Schaefer are not going to be in there answering a whole bunch of questions. We're not going to be doing any of that stuff. It's there for the 7 days. What we're going to do is we focus all of our time inside of Brand Creators Academy, and that's where we'll be doing more of this content creation and discussion and all of that stuff. But this is a way for me to help more people going through the 7-day content creation challenge. But 712 people registered, 313 people took that next action step, which is go join a free pop-up group. Now, if you're watching this and you have not yet went and requested access, you probably should, because that's how you're going to get access to the training. All right. Now, if you are going to purchase the recordings, you're going to be able to access them later. All right. But just my point is this, is that a lot of people will sign up for training. When it's free, a lot more people sign up for training. But how many people actually do the work? Right? How many people actually do the work? One action step so far, and 313 people have done it, and the other 400 people have not. Right? So I'm not saying that to bash anybody or to make anyone look bad. It's just reality. All right. So we need to understand that. And I am doing my best to deliver the best experience so people get results. All right. But there's only so much we can do, right? I can't do it for you. So, little reminder, if you are registered and you want to attend, you will need to request access to the 7-day content creation pop-up group. And the way that you get access to that is you register at launchyourcontent.com. Okay. All right. Now, if you're watching this later though, and it's much later, the pop-up group is not going to exist, but the training will. So we're going to have all the training done. It's going to be all compiled. It's going to be put into a nice little pretty members area. And then BCA members, Brand Creators Academy members, if you are a member or if you become a member, you're going to get access to this training and all of our other trainings and our Q&A calls and all of that stuff inside of there as well. Hot seats, all that stuff. All right. But today, because I am a little busy, I've still got stuff to do before we go live, I'm going to jump into this 10-minute content creation hack. And I'm going to give you what you will do. Now, again, in the challenge, I'm going to walk you through, like on my computer screen, on how to do this, but I'm going to walk you through it through the steps right now. Before I do though, let me just make sure that we're still cool over here. It looks like we are. What's up, Karen? Good morning. Getting excited. Yes. Troy, what's up? What's up, Troy? Gene, what is up? Or Jeannie, I'm sorry. And good morning from LA. What's up, LA? It's a little early there in LA. Salama, happy hump day. Looking forward to attending the challenge today. Yeah, I'm excited too. What up, Professor? Underneath that cool exterior, we're all excited about the class. Let's go. Yes. Octavio, you can lead a horse to water, right? I'm looking forward to it. Let's do this. And you know, here's the other thing I want you guys to understand. Octavio, I'm gonna highlight my buddy Octavio. And I say my buddy, he's one of our Brand Creators Academy members. He's been a member for a while now, and he's going to be attending the challenge too. Why? Because he wants to learn more. He wants to pick up maybe one more nugget. He wants to be remotivated. He is someone that's already created several pieces of content. Octavio, if you are still with me live, how many pieces of content have you already created? And then the reason why I'm saying this is because some people think, well, I already know how to do that. I don't need to know that. I'm always looking to sharpen the saw, right? I'm always looking to get a little bit smarter, or maybe I overlooked something, or maybe I can make my stuff a little bit better, or maybe it's just an aha moment that you're like, oh yeah, I should keep doing that. So I think it's pretty cool that Octavio is there. He's one of our members. Ruth is here. She's going to be attending, who also has content. Ruth, how much content have you created so far for your website? I know your website. You guys do a great job. But Ruth's attending? I know Ty Linda, I don't think she's on with us. She's been publishing content for probably a year plus. She wants to attend, and she's excited about this. Why? Why are people still wanting to attend more training on content creation? Because they know how valuable it is, and they know that they can still sharpen the saw, right? Sharpen the blade. Kyle, can I still sign up for VIP? The answer is yes, you can. If you go to the page, launchyourcontent.com, let's see here. If you go to launchyourcontent.com, you'll be able to click that button that says, yes, I want to create content for my brand. Click on that or whatever the button says, and then it'll take you to the VIP upgrade page. Once we start the challenge, by the way, and that's going to start today at 2 p.m. Eastern time, the free option is gone. All right. Once we start at 2 p.m. Eastern time, that free option to join live is gone. So if you're watching this later, I apologize. We've been talking about this for 2.5 weeks now. And it's something that we're doing so we can have a live class. So we're doing it to have a live class so we get feedback. We get live Q&A every day. So we're going to have 7 different sessions of Q&A, 7 lessons or sessions of lessons. And then that's all going to be compiled into a really robust but very simple content creation training. All right. But yes, literally there's less than 5 hours to still register to attend for free. If you want to upgrade VIP, which probably won't be called VIP anymore, it'll just be the paid training. Yes, that option is still there. And there is a slight discount on that if you upgrade to VIP before we get started. All right. So there's that there as well. So I'm just going to leave that up for right now. Let me go back to the question. So hopefully that answered it. What's up, Scooby Life? Hi, Scott and friends. I'm on work call, but I'll catch it as soon as possible. I'll be on the live call. Awesome. Yes, Octavio says 108 blog posts. 108 blog posts. Octavio, why would you want to look at this? I'm going back and forth with Octavio. Why would you, like, most people are like, oh, he already knows how to create content. Why does he need any more information on content? Let me know. Actually, you already did. It's right here. You always bring the golden nugget, Scott, and I don't want to miss it. Plus the community, right? Thank you. Yeah. Being around it, knowing the power of it. And guys, I've got some stuff I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you a very simple way to come up with like endless content ideas, but how we really build that foundation with very simple posts. And I'm going to show you an example how this whole concept, and when you do the multiplying of it, it really adds up. I did a total of like 10 different blog posts that I did, and each one gets like 30 visits a day, 50 visits a day, some a little more, some a little less. And I took them over the last 30 days. And those 10 posts themselves, I think it was 10, maybe it was 11, over 5,000 visitors to the website from these really, really simple type of posts. And guess what? We're going to show you how to create those. And I'm going to show you those posts. I'm going to show you the data. I'm going to show you the numbers. I'm going to show you the content because I want you guys to see this. And we have not shared this niche outside of BCA. We might have talked about it in a couple of the other small trainings. I can't recall, but I'm going to share that with you because I want you to see it. I think it's really important to see that, but only to people that are going to go through this content creation challenge. Salma, will there be a VIP Q&A and when? Yes, there will be. And actually, I'm thinking about doing 2 of them. I haven't announced 2 of them, but I'm thinking about doing 2 of them. One of them will be a straight up Q&A. The other one will be a student review of their content. So we'll have people submit their content. Chris and I will jump on, we'll look it over, and we'll critique it and say what needs to be improved, what looks good, just what needs to be addressed. And Karen says, I have content too. I struggle to find ideas. Yep. And Karen, I understand, but sometimes you just got to be shown again. And I'm going to actually show that today. Actually, in day 1, we're going to go over the evergreen content creation strategy. Okay. How that all looks, really building out the foundation. And then from there, we're going to get into finding topics. And I actually explored a different topic in this example that I haven't used before. And I got the idea from someone that's going to be going through the challenge because we asked a few questions before it's kind of like the pre-challenge work. And I had people come up with questions they thought their market was asking. And a lot of the questions were good, but some of them needed to be tweaked. So I did that and started going into this niche. And I used that as an example. And I found a bunch. And it literally can find it within minutes sometimes. All right. So cool. So here's what I want to do though, before we officially kick this off. I know we've been rambling here. And I got coffee here. So let me just take a quick sip. Here's what I want to do. Give me, I want to do a little test here real quick. Let me know, is my audio coming through okay? Is my camera coming through okay? This is kind of like a test I'm going to do before we go live this afternoon. And then I'm going to add this to the stream. We got a new little background border there that we're going to use. So hopefully that shows up okay. And then the other thing I want to do real quick is I want to test this. So here's my slides I've been working over. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time going through and doing all of these slides. This is the multiplier effect. Ooh, I can't wait to share that one with you. Here's all the data. So you guys can't see that well right now, and that's intentional. I don't want you to see it yet. But we go through all of this stuff right here. So, okay. So here's what I want to do though. I want you guys to tell me when I do this, how do we look? And I'm going to look at this back on the recording later to see how everything is performing. And I notice up on the top there's a little bit of a white sliver there. So it looks like I'm going to have to modify those slides. So that goes away. That kind of bothers me. It's very small, but hey, I want it to be perfect. 7-day content creation challenge. So that'll be the opening slide. And then we're going to get into day 1 content creation challenge. So anyway, how does that look? That slide looks actually better. So I have to adjust the other one there. Yeah, it looks like I got to adjust that. Now I'm going to exit the full screen presentation mode, come back, and let me know, guys, how did that look? Oh, you know what? Let me also do this. Let me do that. And then let me do this, because I may go off camera and just present like this. So this way here, we can see more of this and not me. So I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like. Again, guys, just doing a test here in front of you guys. You guys can let me know what's happening here, because we're going to get ready to rock and roll on this here in under 5 hours. So really excited about that, if I haven't already said that enough. So let's go ahead and I will get rid of that. And I'm back. All right. Everything looks great. Audio great too. Slides look amazing. Looks awesome. I'm looking at this on my phone. It's fine. Awesome. All right. That's what I wanted to hear, by the way. So hopefully you guys just aren't telling me that. All right, cool. So here's what we're going to do. Let's jump in. And I am going to run through with you the 10-minute content creation hack. All right. And this is my fill in the blanks template. All right. So let's get started. Number 1, I want you to always start with a document, or you can even use a piece of paper if you want to, but I want you to create a document of some kind. This is going to be your piece of content. Let's just say that we're going to write a piece of content. Even if you're going to turn this into a video, by the way, you can still use this template. All right. So number 1 is we want to come up with our keyword title. All right. Now, our keyword title could be how to catch bass in a pond. Okay. It could be how to catch bass in a pond at night, right? We can go even long tail. Now, one thing I want to highlight here, when you're going after your title, okay, and this is a little tip for you. If you want to go after a keyword, a long tail keyword, and a long tail, if you're listening or watching and you're like, what's a long tail, Scott? A long tail just means it's more than just 1 or 2 words. It's long, right? It's like 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, sometimes 7 words long, even longer sometimes if it's being searched for. And what that does usually when you go longer is it's got less competition. And the reason why it has less competition is because most people are looking for that broad term, right? Bass fishing, right? Or how to catch bass. So if I want to rank for how to catch bass, but it's a very competitive search term, what I could do is add a couple of other words on the end that I could rank for quicker, but I still have a chance to rank for the keyword, right? Or the main one that you want to rank for, but I also can get some additional searches, which that happens a lot, by the way. We have some pieces of content that the actual title is only getting searched for maybe 30 times a month. But that one keyword's bringing in 1,000 different variations because it's long tail. So again, how to catch bass in a pond, or how to catch bass. That's one, right? How to catch bass in a pond. How to catch bass in a pond at night. So how to catch bass is still there. At night, right, is there. In a pond is there. So you have all of these other ways. So that's like one major tip for you right now. If you are developing content, yes, you can look at that really sexy keyword that you want to rank for eventually that's getting, 1,000 searches a month or 10,000 searches a month. But when you add those additional words to it, it's going to make the competition less and the traffic will be less, and that's okay. But the more long tail, it's more precise, right, of a search. So that person that's searching for that is really, really targeted, okay? So just keep that in mind. So one little nugget there for you. So number one, we want to create this document. We want to put our title at the top, and we want to start with the title, but we want to add to that title to make it long tail. Okay, so that's number one. The next thing we want to do is we want to come up with 4 or 5 bullets. We also call these our subheads. Now, if we're going to look at this as SEO, search engine optimization, which a lot of people will get caught up in that, we don't need to do this at this point, but I'm going to let you guys know right now that if you are, number one, coming up with your title, that is your H1 tag. Okay. Again, if you don't know what this means, it doesn't matter. Your title is your H1 tag. Google looks at H1 tags. They look at the H2, they look at the H3, they look at the H4 tags, titles, whatever you want to call them. Okay. So how do we come up with 4 or 5 bullet points? Now we can literally have Google tell us what those bullet points need to be. How? I'm glad you asked. Here's how. And here's your tip number 2 here. Okay. And that is go to Google, type your keyword in there. Okay. How to catch bass. And number 1, let it auto suggest. That auto suggest is going to give you a longer tail keyword. So that's how you can come up with your titles and your longer tail. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, okay, you want to still use the auto suggest to then from there lead you to those bullet points. So here's what I mean. Let's say, for example, we say, okay, we're going to go after how to catch bass in a pond. We click on that and then we look at the search results. Now what we do, and this is like part 2 of this, we want to scroll down just a little bit and we'll see other suggested keywords that people are searching for that Google tells us. Okay. So in that case, and actually, you know what? I'm going to do this on the fly. So this way here, I can give you that and you guys can hear it. So if you're listening to this, if it's a podcast episode, bear with me. How to catch bass in, it comes up how to catch bass in winter, right? So that's telling me that keyword, how to catch, let's see here, catch bass in a pond comes up right away. Another one is how to catch bass in a small pond, how to catch bass in a lake, how to catch bass in a pond during summer, another long tail. So let's go with that one. I'm going to go with how to catch bass in a pond during summer. So I'm going to click on that. The minute I click on that, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and it says, people also ask, what is the best bait for bass in the summer? What is the best bait for bass in a pond? How do you catch bass in hot weather? How bass fishing or is bass fishing good in summer? So I would use those, not all of them. I would use, 2 or 3 of those. Like I would definitely put a bullet in there or a subtitle. What is the best bait for bass in the summer? Because that's probably one of the things that you need to know how to do when you're trying to catch bass in a pond during the summer, right? Is what kind of bait. Then how do you catch bass in hot weather? So that would be one. That would be a subtitle. You're going to then elaborate on that. It might be 250 words on a little paragraph that you're going to write. Okay. Is bass fishing good in the summer? It's another question. You put that in there. Now, here's what this does. It does a couple of things. Number one, it helps you format and write your content that Google already likes. Okay, because it's giving you those suggestions. So why not take those suggestions that are related, because Google told us it is, and make that part of our article? The second thing is now we are also going to be able to potentially be found for these other keywords because they're in our article as an H2 title. Okay, H2 title just meaning it's a subtitle, but it's still a title. Okay, it's just not as it's not weighted the same. Okay. But now if I click on that, or I go a little bit further, okay, I can scroll down to the bottom and it says related searches. Okay. So how to catch bass in a small pond, best bass lures for summer pond fishing, largemouth bass fishing tips, pond fishing tips, best lures for pond fishing, best time to fish for bass in a pond, best fishing with plastic worms in pond, largemouth bass in ponds. I just literally took the related searches that's at the bottom of the page, and I found all of these different subtitles that would work really well with a piece of content that the main title was how to catch bass in a pond during summer. Okay. So that's the hack, guys. So in 10 minutes, you could do this, right? Take your keyword, put it in, how to catch bass. And then you can even put in and then let it autofill. How to catch bass in a pond during summer. Boom, step one. I click on that. Boom, I go to step two. People also ask, I scroll down a little bit and I look at those 4 suggestions. I might take one, I might take 2, I might take them all. Okay. And then from there, I scroll down a little bit further, related searches, and they give me 8 in this case. So I have 8 more to choose from. I'm going to pick the top 4 or 5, and I am going to create bullets of those, and I am going to elaborate on each of those topics. And then at the very end, you're going to have a summary, and then you're going to close it out, and boom, you've got an article created. Now, if you don't want to create the article, this is also what we do when we submit this to our writer. We put the title, we give them the different subtopics we want to be covered, and we go, there, have at it. We've pretty much given them the outline within 10 minutes. All right. Now, again, if you don't want to do this, you can have someone else do it. You can have someone do this part of the process. All right. So very, very simple. And what we're doing is we're not guessing. We are saying, Google, what do you like? What are you suggesting I put in my article, in my piece of content? And then you just let Google tell you, and then you supply the answers. And that is it. That is all you have to do to outline your content. And really, you could take this right now and use that as a template, meaning title, subtitles, conclusion, done. And you're good. Now, here's the other thing I want to throw in here. When you're doing this, you're going to start creating multiple pieces of content. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take these different pieces of content. Let's say that you have 5 different pieces of content about how to catch bass in a pond, how to catch bass in a lake, how to catch bass in the winter, all of these things that are related. Guess what else we get to do? We get to take these, spread them out there like breadcrumbs that lead back to our site. But now the other cool thing is those breadcrumbs continue to supply traffic from that same person. So here's what I mean. Let's say someone comes to the website from how to catch bass in a pond in the summer. They come there. Well, inside of that article, you're probably going to elaborate maybe on how to catch bass maybe in a lake. You'll mention that in that article. And then from there, you're going to take and link people inside of your website to another breadcrumb, right? So it leads them there. And what this does is it keeps people consuming, which also keeps people there on your website longer. And that also helps you with your traffic with ranking in Google. So another little side benefit here is that the longer you keep someone consuming on your website, you've got good breadcrumbs, right? You're able to then bring that score up. And then that also allows you to start ranking even higher. Google wants people to get information and stay there and consume. And so what we need to do is we need to create these breadcrumbs and let people continue to feed on them and to eat them. I know it's kind of a weird terminology, but you understand what I'm saying here, right? Breadcrumbs work outside of our website, but they also work internally, right? And that's kind of what I've started to call the breadcrumb content creation strategy, right? So hopefully this has helped you. But what I want you to do, again, to recap, is I want you to take a keyword, all right? A keyword, and then from there, get that keyword a little bit longer, but keeping the main keyword in there, the long tail, and then go longer. And then from there, use what Google is suggesting. And then from there, build out 4 or 5, or even more if you want to, of those subtitles. And then from there, fill in the blanks on that and elaborate on those. And boom, you've got a nice piece of content that is created, that is now residing on your website. And you've got a breadcrumb out there that can lead over to multiple breadcrumbs on your website. So hopefully this helped you, and hopefully now you feel really good about creating content. Now, if you are stuck with creating content, coming up with topics and ideas and formatting and all of that stuff, well, depending on when you're listening to this, we are doing a 7-day content creation challenge. And if you're interested in going through that, all you need to do is head on over to launchyourcontent.com and you can go through that training. All right. Again, that's launchyourcontent.com. And basically what we do is we teach you how to come up with topics, the long tail, and then from there, how to actually outline it, and then how to get it created or create it yourself, and then publish it and optimize it and then amplify it. Because once we have a piece of content there, we want to get more eyeballs on it quicker. And there's ways that we can do this. And that's something that we discuss inside of the 7-day content creation challenge. So if you're interested, I'd love you to join us. Cut. I'm cutting right there because I'm going to turn that probably into a podcast episode. So guys, do you have any questions on that real quick before I jump? Because I am going to have to jump because I got a lot of work to do yet. Let's see. Great idea. I'll be watching on my phone today. Okay, cool. Now I'll just say, if you are watching on your phone, I'm going to say this. There's going to be some stuff that's probably not going to be that readable to you, because, I've got screenshots I'm going to be sharing. I've got, numbers that I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be sharing with you some text stuff. So on a phone might be a little hard to read, still be able to follow along. If you're VIP or if you're part of Brand Creators Academy, you're going to get all of the recordings and you'll be able to watch them on your desktop, your iPad or any of that stuff where you can see it better. We're also going to be, for all VIPs, we're going to be exporting all of the slides. So this way here, you get those as well as a PDF. We have workbooks and stuff too we're having created. Are you presenting from Zoom into Facebook? No, I'm going to use StreamYard. I'm using this right here. I played with Zoom yesterday. I've used Zoom in the past. I actually like StreamYard the best so far. Yeah, I'm not using Zoom today. Jeannie says, what a nugget. Yeah, I also use Answer the Public, but only get 3 free searches per day. Yes, that's the Answer the Public's expensive too. But yes, 3 is probably enough anyway. And we'll be digging into that. Actually, today during the challenge, I'm going to show Answer the Public and how to use it. I'm also going to use another couple of methods. Let's see here. Should you think about the next piece of content while working on the current one to create the internal links? I would not worry about it. The biggest thing right now is, before you get strategic about like, okay, I'm going to create this content cluster and basically have everything kind of linked together, I would like it to be where you're getting it down, right? You're getting your reps. I need you or anyone to get the content created, right? And then we can get strategic about it and go, okay, we're going to take this one cluster and start kind of like building off that. But right now, I want you and anyone to be able to go, okay, I got a long tail keyword. I've outlined it. I've got it created. I've got it published. On to the next. That's where I want you to get. I don't want to get hung up on, well, there's only 3 articles I think could interlink, and I think I would interlink to this one. Then all of a sudden up here, we start getting overwhelmed. We start getting confused, and that stops us from creating that one piece of content. By the end of this challenge, I want one piece of content produced by every single person that attends. Okay. That's the goal. And then from there, we can get strategic about all that other stuff. Can you record in StreamYard and turn it into a digital product? The answer is yes. That's what I'm doing. Salama, that's exactly what I'm doing. Even these right here on all these coffee talks, I literally go in, I export the recording immediately. And then from there, I archive them. So I always have a clean version, and StreamYard does a pretty good job with the recordings. Octavio says, I love the Google query approach. So effective. Thank you. Break a leg today, brother. You're helping a ton of folks and adding tremendous value to the world. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And, if anyone's in BCA or ever thinking about joining BCA, it's people like Octavio, Ruth, Karen. We've got a couple Karens in there. Ty Linda. I mean, there's so many. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. It's just such a supportive community. And you know, anyone that's not in BCA right now, if you're going to go through the 7-day content creation challenge, you're going to be part of the pop-up group. The cool thing is you kind of get a sense of what that feels like to be in a supportive community. So yeah. But Octavio, thank you, man. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you, sharing with everyone, because you've been a huge help inside of the Academy. So guys, depending on when you're watching this, if you are watching this on Wednesday, let's see, March 3rd, before 2 p.m. Eastern time, you can still go to launchyourcontent.com and you can get access, or at least you can join to get access and attend live for free. The minute that we are done with day one session, it's going to be pulled down from the Facebook group, and then it will be added to a private training portal for all VIPs. So you can still go to launchyourcontent.com. If you're watching this a month from now, go to launchyourcontent.com, and then you can sign up there and you can go through this full training. All right. And there's going to be also 7 days of recorded Q&As. So you're going to get those as well. And you'll get workbooks and all of that stuff. So whether you're a VIP, you're going to get all that, or if you're someone that's coming in later and just going through the training, you're going to get all that as well. All right. But if you're attending free, or if you're attending for free as a live attendee, you just basically got to show up every day. That's all. And you can take notes and, go through this training and use it, and you'll benefit from it. But if you want the recordings to go back to and the workbooks and all that stuff that we're doing, then you probably want to upgrade to the VIP. All right. So guys, that is it. That's going to wrap it up for me right now. I got to get back to it. I got work to do. Got to clean my glasses. And we're going to be kicking this thing off at 2 p.m. Eastern time today inside of the private 7-day content creation challenge pop-up group. So if you are registered and you have not requested access yet, please do so before 2 p.m. because once 2 p.m. has kind of kicked off, we're not going to be accepting people inside of that group at that time because we're going to be teaching. All right. So we won't be able to do that. So make sure you do it before 2 p.m. Eastern time. And also, if you know someone that needs help with creating content, let them know. Launchyourcontent.com. Let them know. This is going to be a training that, in all seriousness, we could probably charge $200 to $300, if not more. So definitely going to be worth your time. Whether you invest in the recordings and all of that, we're still going to keep it really, really affordable because I want people to be able to really understand this and get it and get started. And I know that down the line, you might want to join BCA, and we'd love to have you. And at least you'll know how to create content. All right. So guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys maybe in a few hours. All right. So take care, guys. Have a great day.